I don't know. I guess I'll do.
This might be a good place to land.
How's it going, Frosty friends? This is our mechanical or mastering mechanics segment where we're going to focus on just all the nitty-gritty details of exactly how you press the buttons and how you move the mouse around. Today's segment is actually going to be on distance dropping and stretching your drops. So the technique for it is very simple, which is like you aim straight down and you get yourself up to 140 on the little meter on the left there, and you aim straight up and you get yourself back to 130. And that's like those are the two values that you fluctuate between. The reason why is because like if you fly straight, actually, like you're constantly still like losing height and you're also constantly losing speed. And the amount that you decelerate at, like horizontally, increases the faster you go. So if like I'm going like, you know, at 150, then like the simulated like air resistance pushes back on me harder. So it's like you can't like let your velocity get too high, otherwise you actually start to lose like maximum distance that you're gonna reach. And you can't let it get too low because you're constantly falling, and so you're constantly losing height, which is sort of the only way that you have of regaining any sort of velocity whatsoever. And it's like tricky because, like, you know, if you like just try and like drop a diagonal line straight at like, you know, your target or whatever, then that's actually not going to cut it either, because you're not going to be generating your velocity quickly enough, and also you're not going to have like enough of your velocity be like of like a horizontal component that is helping you get towards your target. So that's like why, like at least in my experience, like the 130 to 140 fluctuation has been what has worked best for me. So the maximum distances I've been able to reach on a uphill drop, so like this would be like somewhere like dropping like into Elysium on like World's Edge and stuff like that. I've been able to like reach like a 900. Oh, that's nice. Alright, cool. I guess it's a good thing I had lots of light ammo. I've been able to like reach like 900. Or reach locations from like 900 meters away, like that are like of like worlds, like of Elysium, you know, being uphill like that. And then on downhill drops, so this would be like something like World's Edge. I've been able to like reach like 1.3k drops on those. So definitely it works, I guess, if that if that's what you're wondering. But those are sort of like the maximum distances I've been able to reach. I don't know, mileage may vary, but what's important is like that like you're also like aware of like the relative elevation of like the location you're trying to drop. So like, you know, here on like Kings Canyon, what's its name? Capacitor, you know, is a super low point on the map, right? So like as long as like you're dropping in between like these cliffs here and not letting those like block your drop trajectory, like this thing here, you know, then like you'll be able to reach it from like very far away. But if you're trying to fly over the wall, right, like then you actually like won't be able to go reach it from as far away because you have to fly over a wall. I feel like I'm just gonna run hammer points because it's pubs right now and I don't care. See, trying to think like what else. Just make sure that like, you're making like the mouse movement from like, you know, horizontal to vertical as quickly as you can. Because anytime like you spend like at like weird angles and stuff like that, like it's just like less efficient. It's like the two extremes are the most efficient forms of like, one like optimizes for like, you know, converting all of your velocity into a horizontal component. The other maximizes trading in your distance as efficiently as possible, or your height as efficiently as possible for velocity. So, yep. If I had like a better like knowledge of like all the coefficients in play and actually the specific implementations of like wind resistance and gravity, I would try to get you guys a like hard numbers. Sorry, I just like thought I heard movement. Like hard numbers on that stuff, but there's a lot of stuff like where like it just like depends on the very particular implementation